When to change the sand in the sand pool filter is the video. The follow-up question is, mine is not filtering very well, but I just put the pool up this year. Do you have any suggestions since I shouldn't replace the sand before 3 years?
I guess the question would be, what do you mean by it's not filtering very well? If you could run it on, if there's a recirculate or whirlpool function on your multi-port valve and it works just fine that way and you get lots of pressure back in your pool, that's an indicator that there's something wrong in the filter itself. So ideally, you don't replace your sand every year, but you may have something else going on in the filter that would require you to take the sand out. The reason we say 3 to 5 years and to not do it any more often than that, I mean, technically you could do it every year, but you're not getting as good filtration, is that as that sand, as it's settling down into that tank over the first couple of years, while it's working just fine, it's not working as good as it will, because the tighter that sand gets, the better micron filtration you're getting, as long as it's not getting packed on the top. A lot of times debris packs on the top if you have cottonwoods or you have kids with lots of hair or lots of animals swimming in there, and it'll pack a layer across the top. If that happens, the water comes in and then it rolls down the sides, and it's what we call channeling, and it goes straight back into the pool and doesn't filter. So that might be an issue too. Even if it's a year old, you might have some environmental things that are causing some problems in there. But over the first couple of years, the filtration gets better because that sand kind of works itself all tightly together and packs down, and it creates a really good filter system to let the water go through. But then after 3 or 4 or 5 years, you get so much debris in there that it'll never be super efficient, and that's why we recommend replacing it. But it's not the end of the world if you replace it now after a year. If you do it, what I would do is take the time to look through the inside of the filter and make sure everything is working fine. And really, before you start disrupting the sand in there, is see what happened. Look at it. Let the filter drain. Take it apart so you can look at it and see what the surface of the sand looks like. And if it's all wavy at the top and rolled down at the edges, then that tells you that it's channeling, that it's not going through the middle of the sand. If it looks clean and normal, dig down, and you might find a layer 2 inches down or 3 inches down that's all hair. And that again starts creating a plug. It works down through the sand a little bit, then gets stuck. So hopefully that helps. And don't be afraid to change the sand if there's something like that where it's an extreme situation where if you have to replace it more often than you do.